remittances depend on many different things. We've already kind of isolated it to women, but the profile of the woman, just like the profile of the man, will affect the remittances very differently. So, like I've kind of already spoken to, a woman who is highly educated, highly skilled, makes a lot of money, and has a strong relationship with their family members in Morocco. So this is also a big part of it, is that if you don't have anyone to remit to, or that you want to remit to, there might not be any remittances. But so you have certain kind of criteria. But say you have an idea of obligation for family members who are in the country of origin. Say you're a woman with a high education who works as a lawyer, and you make a lot of money. Then you might have more chances to send back financial remittances alongside social remittances, because then maybe you're also transmitting this idea that a woman can go to Europe and be a successful lawyer and still wear the hijab, and all these ideas that maybe they're not necessarily contradictory, but showing that this is a profile that can occur, and then transmitting that back. And that's a different, kind of social remittance than what women might give, who perhaps another element would be if your profile is, say you work inside the home, but say you don't wear a hijab. So maybe that's something that you're transmitting. So all depends on who the migrant is. In the female context, it's going to be a lot. I imagine we're specifically trying to think of gender-specific things. So things about can a woman be the breadwinner? Should a woman not wear a hijab? Does a woman have to do this, that, or the other thing? So ideas about gender roles, I think, very much depend on who that person is. So if, for example, there are women who don't wear the hijab, but there are also women who don't wear the hijab in Morocco. So it's not uncommon, but there are women who, do that even more so in Europe. But all of these things, yes, can be communicated, but all depend on, socioeconomic status, on beliefs, if you are religious, if you're not religious, on, your type of migration again. So if you're studying, it's different what you're going to remit than if you're working. If you're undocumented, is different than what you remit if you're documented. So it's, a lot of things that go into identifying, and which is why I was hesitant to say there's, kind of one type of female migrant.
Yeah.